back then was done illegally on the street, and people just do their stuff, and you get this police chase once in a while. But now we're having professional drifters in Nigeria, and it's a thing right now in Nigeria. So in this video today, I'm going to be having a chat with no one else but the Drift Prince of Africa. He knows himself as the Drift Prince of Africa, and also his fans know him as the Drift Prince of Africa. This is nobody else but Jaybash of the Drift Hunters team. So join me as I have a late chat with him and tell us more about drifting in Nigeria. See you guys.
Hello guys, the name is Jaybash, the Drift Prince of Africa. I'm from Borno State, Maiduguri. I'm 19 years old, but that's my drifting age. I fell in love with the drifting a long time ago. It happened 2010 when we usually go to Central Mosques to watch people do stunts with their cars and all. So even then, when we used to go to that drift, I've always wanted to be behind the wheel. I'm always in love with cars right from day one. So I think 2015, that was when I put more interest on drifting, because we used to go with my own team, Seal Driftworks drift team, to drift in Uye, Idu, when we were doing the illegal drifting and all. So then after that, I had to buy a BMW E30, which I started drifting with on the street illegally, on a no vex. So then we drift with the E30. From then I had to beat a Benz 190E. I wanted to take drifting to the next level with the 190E, but you know how 190, it's not a BMW. BMW is the best car. Benz guys, I'm not attacking you guys, yeah. We had a competition one time like that in Abuja, car park drift, and they invited me to come and compete at the event. But I didn't have car to compete then, so I had to build a car. I had to build a car in 2 weeks' time, and I didn't have all good suspension and all, but I still competed at the event here in car park drifts. That's where we had the competition here in Abuja. I think I was 4th position then, because I didn't have good suspension. Neither the car was in good condition, but I just had to use it to compete. That's where I met my own partner, Captain Awal, because he emerged first at the event with his chalky car. Then he actually built a proper, he bought a proper drift car to use for the event. Then after the event, me and Captain Awal sat down and said, okay, why don't we come up with a team? So me and you will be team drivers. We'll compete against each other, but not as rivals. We're going for the trophy together. That's the 2 of us. Then we sat down one night, I think it was around 12 or 1 a.m., and we came up with the idea of the name Drift Hunters NG, which is made up of 2 drivers, 2 photographers, and 1 videographer, which is Brand Pictures.
So as we all know, this is the popular Drift Prince Jaybash.
Drift Prince of Africa. I forgot.
Sorry.
Why are you
Sorry. Drift Prince of Africa, definitely.
Not
you have
King,
to keep. Okay, why are you not even taking the king?
No, it's Africa. It's not Nigeria.
So you know what conquer the king?
The title don't pass King of Nigeria, so now Africa, Drift Prince of Africa.
So you have to be a prince.
Yeah,
okay.
thank you.
So understand. So I'm here with the Drift Prince of Africa, Jaybash. So basically, in primary school, when we were in school, the teacher would ask us, okay, you what do you want to become in the future? And we're like, I want to become a pilot, I want to become this and that. What was your initial?
For me, it's a bit complicated, because I've always wanted to be a police.
Police for?
A doctor, because I wanted to catch armed robbers. I wanted to save life. Then, after watching another movie, I said I wanted to become a lawyer.
A lawyer.
So I didn't have like one angle that I wanted. I just wanted, thank you. But then, even when I was little, we used to create cars from Kong Kong, pig milk tin.
This
pig milk tin, yeah. We used to create cars from there. We use these slippers. Yeah. You know this torchlight, the old torchlight, the silver one.
Silver one that you
put
turn.
it in the tire, with the fire, then you fabricate tire out of it. So since then, that was like, I'm talking about 2003-4. That's when we used to fabricate cars.
Whoa, that's a long time ago.
Like a long time ago, and we used to even make this one from. We used to fabricate cars out of that one also. You make your steering wheel like a stick. Layer, but the smaller ones. I don't know. Kara, Hausa call it Kara. So you use it and you fabricate your steering. You're outside, but you're driving the car.
That you can even drive your car.
You will drive the car with the steering wheel. So since right from then, I've always
So basically, the idea of what you wanted to become, drifting was not part of it at all.
It was
until
not
a particular
part of
point
it
in your life.
until 2010 when I saw people doing it, but I wanted to do it a proper way, not the street drifting.
Okay.
I wanted us to take it to the next level. So it would be today, okay, even if it's not me, my partner or someone else would be like, this guy went to compete to Nigeria with the flag, but I would love for me to go because it has been my dream.
Wow.
I want to push motorsport forward in Nigeria.
Definitely.
I don't want us to be doing...
It's not a thing that's really popular. It's not a thing.
Thank you. So that's why we're pushing it a proper way. We don't do street drifting. We don't do street racing.
Okay.
We have a space here we use in doing our training. When we're doing events, we get a rented space.
Yeah.
You see barricades and all. We have like, I think, we have like about 6 events now in Nigeria.
Whoa.
We have the Drift League, which is done by the Dark Knight Motorsport, sponsored by Powerhouse. Then we have the Car Park Drift, which is done by Hashim. Then we have Fanfaro Auto Fest. Fanfaro Auto Fest is the biggest event in Nigeria.
Like the Christmas of drifting.
Yeah, it's like the Christmas of drifting. That one is in Ibadan, done by Fanfaro Oil, sponsored by Fanfaro.
It's just done in Ibadan or what?
Ibadan. Yeah, but we are expanding this year. Next year, we're gonna start going to state by state. It's gonna be like a tour, drift tour round with Fanfaro.
You know, in Nigeria here, I don't even. When I think I first experienced drifting.
Then there's
Abuja
work and play again in Ondo State.
Okay.
Ondo.
Why is it happening at the west?
I don't know. But it's happening in the north.
I was thinking this is more of a northern thing.
It's happening in north. We've done one in Kano, Mina.
Okay.
Our last,
I know about the one in Kano.
our first event in Mina, we had about 18,000 people.
What the hell?
18,000 people at the event. Yeah.
That's a lot.
I'll share the video for you so you watch it. 18,000 people.
18,000 people. Whoa, that's crazy.
So now we just want to do a tour. If we can try, we can do like, let me say 20 states.
20 states, that's a lot in Nigeria.
Yeah, so people would know more about drifting.
Yeah.
People see it as if you're just driving recklessly, but no, you are controlling the car.
I was in one of your events, so after the event, I think some guys were drifting outside
yeah, that's the street. Yeah, that's the street stunters.
Exactly.
That's the guys we are fighting against.
Okay.
We don't want them to be doing that on the street. Let them come and join us. Build your car. If you know you're like a skillful driver, you should come here, build your car, compete with us. Show us what you can do.
Do it legally.
Thank you, legally. So that's why we're pushing people off the street. We don't want the street drifting to continue.
Yeah,
we want the legal drifting whereby you can say that 3 drivers from Nigeria are going to France to compete, and the 3 of them want against all the German guys or France or any other country.
You know, one thing with the street drifting thing is it's kind of no rules.
There's no rules. There's no safety.
You can't even.
I've asked. There was a time I asked a driver from the street drivers. I said, okay, let me ask you a question. You guys always block the road to do your stunts and all. I said, let me ask you a personal question. He was like, okay. I said, what if your mother was inside a car and she has like just 10 minutes to get to the hospital, and you guys block the road for 15 minutes?
Yes.
And she died inside that car. What will you do? You're like, I've never gave it a thought. I say you guys should start giving thoughts of this type of thing. Someone might be sick and they are rushing him to the hospital, and you guys are blocking the road, and he can't reverse back because it's already blocked.
Jump back,
Even you guys doing it in the hospital is not safe. An emergency can happen and the ambulance is coming, but you guys have blocked the road. And I was like, yeah, it's cool. And the guy have stopped drifting on the street. He's with us now.
He's doing professional.
That's
a good. So you saved the soul.
Yeah, so that's how we want to save more souls.
That's it.
So the event, imagine you competing against 20 drivers.
Yeah.
And you get first, man.
Wow.
You're flogging like about 19 guys.
That's cool. I've been in your event. I think a couple of events, about 3 of them.
Yeah.
If you're not the third, you're not the first, you're not the third. What's up with you first, second, and third?
No, me, I see, my one thing is I'm not always about the first. I just want to be on the podium. First, second, third is my own line.
You don't cross that?
I don't want to cross that.
I think more of the first and second.
First, second, third. No, first, second, third is cool.
Right?
But
as long as you're among the winners.
No. Let me just be among the winners. Let me just be on the podium.
That's
I don't stress myself. But I don't like losing.
No, it's not.
I am born for this game. I'm meant for this drifting. To other people, drifting is just a hobby, but to us, it's a way of life.
A way of life, which you have seen.
Because if I wake up in the morning, I don't know if other people do that.
Yeah.
I can stare on my car for like an hour or so. I will just be looking at the car like. My wife used to get jealous at times.
No, she has to be, man.
She'd be like,
an interview I saw you were like, this is my baby.
You're always about your car, even if you're sleeping. I want to do this upgrade to my car.
Even you're married to BM, man. What the hell?
Don't watch this video. you want them to divorce me.
Like you have a BMW ring on your hand. That's how committed and dedicated you are.
Yeah, it's because I love BMW.
Definitely.
If tattoo was not haram Islamically, I would have had tattoo of BMW on my body.
are you connected to just BM or any car that is good for drifting? I don't get why.
Any car, but I love BM.
Okay.
BM is the car for it.
Actually, I've seen just BMs.
They are Japanese cars. They are
mostly I
Japanese
see
cars.
BMs actually.
There are 350Zs you can use. There are other cars, but for me, man, it's BMW. If it's not BMW,
no,
I can't use it.
So this is Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Bumblebee here is a self. Will I say self-created, or you actually developed this car from scratch?
Yeah, actually.
I heard that, but I wasn't sure about it. I was like, okay, let me ask you in person.
I actually built this one from scratch.
Built this from scratch, really?
Yeah, from scratch.
Jaybash, who are you? You built a car, you drift and everything.
Yeah, I had to build the car from scratch. Okay, so this car was like my daily car that I was using to drive.
This is not your first car?
No, I have another one, the small one, the E30.
Yeah.
That's the first generation Bumblebee. This is the second generation. Just like the movie, you know, there's first generation Bumblebee.
And the second generation.
This is the second generation. So after drifting with the E30, what I noticed was that the parts, we hardly get them here in Nigeria.
Okay.
So then I was driving this BMW one day and I was like, guy, why are you still using this car to drive? Why don't you turn it to a drift car? And I told my boy, he was like, guy, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? This is a car we use, the AC. I say, guy, forget. I want to turn this car into a drift car. Then one day I just got my tools and I started stripping the car off. Because the first thing you need to do is strip off the car.
Make it light, right?
Yeah, a light reduction, and at the same time, you are removing the rock, because if fire should catch the car, fire hazard.
Yeah.
If there's a rock there, you will not know where the fire is coming up from. But with you stripping the car, you can see everything.
Just metal.
The only thing, thank you, so it's just metal to metal. So then that's how I started building the car from scratch. But the first build I did, I think it was around 2020 ending, 2020 ending. I started building this one.
Wow.
Yeah, from scratch. It had no engine. I had to get engine, suspension. But the first build I did was around 1.5.
Yeah. What's the difference with a drift car and a normal car?
You can't compare.
The engine, when it comes to the engine.
Like the normal car comes with a smaller engine. The suspension, like this car now, if I can estimate well, I've invested almost 8 million naira on this car.
Just for working the car?
Just for working the car. Because the coilovers on the cars are not normal shocks. After this interview, I will tell you to shake the car and see if you can actually shake it. Okay. The angle is not your normal angle you see on cars. I had to order it also.
Wow.
I had to order it. The angle kits, the suspension, the hydraulic handbrake, the racing seat you're seeing inside with the safety seat belt. I had to order all that outside Nigeria.
Wow, that's a lot.
Because there's nothing being fabricated on the car minus the what's this thing called, the roll cage and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot, bro.
Yeah, so you can't compare a normal car, and some people use front wheel drive to do their stunts. This is a rear wheel drive. This one is built for the drifting, while their own cars are not built for drifting.
Okay. Yeah, because I see.
And even the auxiliary on this car, the normal axle works this way. This guy goes like this, and this one goes like this. So the two, it's going the opposite direction. But for this car now, we've worked on it. The two of them are going on the same direction. So if you are reversing, they are going on the same direction.
That's cool.
Yeah.
For someone starting a drift career, right? They want to go into drifting as a full-time thing. What will you look at for them to estimate for the cost of building the car? Must you also build? Must you also be a car builder?
No, you don't have to. You can get the right people to build it for you.
Right. All right.
Yeah, but for a starter package, I would say you should actually get the car and just put a 1.5. But there's one thing about drift car.
Okay.
The more you are driving it, the more you would want to spend more money on it, because you are saying that Jaybash car is faster than this guy, Awal's car is faster than mine. Why is it? That's when you start investing more in it. And drifting is like cults.
Yeah, definitely. It is.
You can't take it off your blood. It's just like you being addicted to it. So the more you do it, the more you get addicted to it. The more you do it. But 1.5 is a good startup for an upcoming drifter.
1.5 as at now or as at then?
As of now, 1.5 can take you somewhere on the stage drifting. You can start training with us and all.
1.5 million naira is the first start for someone. So that's outside
minus the car. Yeah, the car you might get it for like 2 million, 1.5, depending on what car you're using. Or 800.
For a BM, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it depends on what car you want to get. Because there are other drivers that have spent almost 18 million on their cars here in Nigeria. So it depends on what you want to put on the car.
That's a lot. Okay, so we've been hearing about drift hunters, the team. Okay, I know drift hunter consists of you, Jaybash, Captain Awal, the crew members, and Grand Pictures. Yeah. So how did this idea come about? The idea behind drift hunters?
So We actually had the idea after the Kapak drift, me and Captain Awa. We've been friends right from 2013-14. So after we competed at the event, and we were like, this drifting of a thing, there isn't a thing like a team. So everybody is coming for himself. Everybody is just coming, I want to drift, I want to drift. Then he was like, why don't we come up with a team? I was like, yeah, I think it's cool. So what do we name the team? And he was just getting some name, and he was like, let's use Drift Hunters. I say Hunters. I say, no problem, let's go for it. Then we actually started, the team up. It was during 2019. Then Captain had to go back to school in the US. So when he came back 2020, we started pushing more. Then we met Dark Knight Motorsport, and we told him we want to take motorsport and drifting to another level. And he was like, okay, how? And we asked him, how do we do that? And he was like,
Dark Knights have been existing before then?
Yeah, he has been existing for over 20 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's like the godfather of motorsport in Nigeria. So after meeting him, and he was like, the key point is content. If you guys can be creating content and be dropping it back to back, I think it's going to take motorsport and you guys far. Then we started creating like short videos with our phones and all. We're just posting, doing double drift together, doing burnout together. Then Grand Pictures came into the picture, and he was like, he wants to shoot a video for us. But you know Nigerians now, we got form small.
Oh, we go form.
You know now, we go form small now. You be Niger guy now.
No more.
So we had to form for him and all, but I was like, let's give this guy, let's work with Grant. The guy is creative, because from the
shout out to Grant, by the way, one of the major creatives that I know in Abuja. He's back.
So after he did one short clip, we didn't drift that day. Because I don't know, it was a long story, So after that, we went to the drifting track. We created one video, and the video was mad, because people were actually asking us, is it in Nigeria?
Do you understand?
Or what? Even when I was showing people, like, if I should disguise and sit somewhere, like, how do you see this? This is beautiful. That's how we started creating content. Then Zich came into the shot too. He takes our pictures. Zich shots, and what's this guy called? Junkie, Andrelin Junkie. Then we have our manager, Solomon Soja. He's our manager. He managed the two of us. Then we have the crew members, the mechanic, the supporters, the crew members that handle everything. You know, to us, Drift Hunters is not just a team. It's a family.
I feel that.
You know, team breaks down, but we are one family. We are one happy family. Even in events, you see us, we'll be like 20 Drift Hunters. No, we're just one happy family, but we are large in numbers.
You guys are.
I can't tell you that we are 20, 30. No, we are large in numbers.
The whole crew.
Thank you, the whole crew.
That day I saw a couple of Drift Hunters.
You saw them, but you think it's our event. It's not our event. That's what people say. They think it's our event, but it's not our event. But that's our people.
Numbers.
Thank you. Actually invented the team member stuff in Nigeria, me and Captain Awa. There was nothing like team before. It was just
individual stuff.
Thank you, individual. But we said we wanted it to be a team. A team. You should have your team.
But now, like, how many teams are existing? Let me say, like in Abuja.
I think we have like we have about 5 teams now.
Existing now. The ones that are...
Chill. We have about 7 teams now.
7 teams now. That's good. But each team, like, how many drifters?
2 drivers. 2 drivers. There's only one team that have 1 driver now.
That's actually cool.
But the more drivers come in, the more they
form their team.
Thank you. Or they join. Or they join the other teams.
That's cool. So somebody coming up now, you advise for them to get good individually, then look for a team and attach themselves
just
to
walk their car, and if they have a partner, they can actually come with their partner and form their team. It might be Arrow Hunters, Ninja Hunters, or Ninja Drifters. Anyone you want to do, you can actually do it. But you have to abide by the rules and regulations, because we have an association now, the Drifting Association of Nigeria. So we are about 12 drivers now to 10 drivers under the association. So you have to follow the rules. You are not going to take your car to do illegal drifting or stunting either New Year or anytime. You have to go. If you should do that, there will be a fine. You have to leave the association, because if anything should happen to you, it's gonna affect all the drivers that are with us. So we have a drifting association now.
You need to keep the slate clean, so you don't tarnish the image of the association. That's cool. So content now, definitely everything now is online.
Yeah.
Your advertising and everything is in your phone, is in your palm. So what would you say, like having the team, like you mentioned earlier that you guys started making pictures, and also Dark Knight mentioned that the secret is content. What has been the effect of creating content all this while? What was the effect?
When we actually started creating the content, we had issues with the police. Because of the guys that are doing the illegal drifting and all, police don't know who is the illegal drifter and illegal. Exactly. They just see your car loud and all. Like we had plenty issues with location, police and all.
Okay.
There were so many challenges. Because once you bring the car, be like, no, you can't do this.
Yeah.
I think we've been arrested like twice. this year, I'm talking about this year.
Even while the whole professional stuff is going on.
We're shooting a movie, our short movie that is coming out. The Lost Crown.
Lost Crown,
The Lost Crown. We're shooting it, and they thought we were actually doing illegal drifting and illegal racing. I think we were about 12 in numbers.
Wow.
But we had to show them this is what we do. We showed them some video, we showed them our equipment, and that's how we developed like a relationship with the police now, and they know this is us, and if anything should happen on the street, we have everybody's number, we know them, we know their addresses, so we can fetch them out.
That's cool.
That's why we are professionals, not street drifters.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So the positive side of content creation, would you say it has brought more awareness and more people know?
It has. You guys should be creating content. Even him is creating content now. Because content flies. You don't know who is actually seeing it. It's gonna start with small views, but don't give up. Just keep pushing. If you're posting like weekly, you should be posting. Don't just cut off that
consistency.
Picture, video. Keep on posting. You don't know who is seeing. One day the video will go up. You might be getting. When I started, I was getting like 50, 100, 200 views, 1,000 views. Then it started growing. Even the followers. Actually, my account was hacked, so I started from zero followers. Yeah, I had to start. It was hacked, I think 2019.
We started all over again.
I started all over.
Wow.
All over, so from 0 to 117, 120k now.
Wow, that's
so
creative, man.
You guys should create more content.
So you've heard from Jaybash himself.
Create more content.
You have to create content basically, because
make
content
friends,
is king.
Don't make enemies. And make friends with content creators. you get free content.
This guy is more around the content.
Make friends, because if you should say you want to rent equipment,
you have to pay them.
It's not funny.
It's actually make you discouraged at the point when you pay.
You will be discouraged.
You know the funny thing about it, content creators are ready to partner with people that are doing incredible things. Do you understand?
But not all.
Not all, right?
Yeah.
It depends on the
ones
they're interested in.
Content creators are serious, but the guys will not be serious. They'll be like, it's just a camera.
Yeah.
I can actually do this with my phone, but nah, you can't do it. You need people that are creative.
You actually need.
If you see our videos, you know that they are creative videos.
Definitely, it's easier now for content creators, like the video creators and the photographers, for them to come and create content for people that are doing amazing stuff, because they get to also get that influence. Like from a distance, I see the influence. I see the part Grant is playing. I see the part you are playing, and the team as well as is playing. So that way you get to see that, okay, this person needs this person, so that person also needs this person. Do you understand? So that way it's more like I scratch my back, you scratch your back, and kind of thing. Yes, now normal standard. So the name of this car that we are sitting on is Bumblebee. Sorry, Bumblebee, we're sitting on you, but it's for
the car is going to transform. But don't transform now; they'll be scared of you.
Like this is the second edition, right?
Yeah, this is the second.
This is the second generation of Bumblebee. So Bumblebee, why did you choose that? We all know Bumblebee as
yellow.
Bumblebee.
Yellow has always been my favorite color, but I was looking for an art to draw on the car, and I love Bumblebee, the main character in the Transformers movies. I wanted to use Optimus, but I was not feeling him. Whenever I'm watching Transformers, I always go for Bumblebee. There's this character, there's this way he acts, like this fastness in him. He always wants to protect this person, and I was like, guy, yellow is your color. Why don't you go for Bumblebee, since you love Bumblebee? That's how I came up with the name Bumblebee.
It's a nice name.
And Captain, how I came up with his own Chucky.
I see the imprints, and I feel like this guy's Chucky and Bumblebee. Some animated shit.
This guy is a robot. That guy is a doll.
I tell you.
Two combination.
I heard something, he says he wants to kill all the cars.
Yeah, he wants to kill all the cars.
So we have competitions now, a couple of competitions that are happening. Drifters are coming and they are winning prizes. I think I've attended 3 of them so far in 2 years. So do you have let's know what kind of competitions and who are the hosts, who are the organizers?
Okay, we are.
So people that are planning to come and drift or to move from the streets to join this.
Okay, so we have let me start from. Okay, we have about I think 7 to 8.
Okay.
Drift competition here in Nigeria now. We have one here in Abuja. which is the drift league,
Okay.
done by Dark Knight Motorsport.
Yeah.
Then we have the car park drifts,
Okay.
done by Hashim.
Alright.
Then we have that's Abuja. We only have 2 events, main events in Abuja,
Alright.
that you should actually go for. Don't go for any event if it's not car park drift or drift league. So in Ibadan we have Fanfaro Auto Fest. That's the biggest event in the whole of Nigeria.
Okay.
That one is in Ibadan, sponsored and powered by Fanfaro Oil.
Alright.
Then in Lagos we have about 2 events that I know of, but there are other events that I saw.
Alright.
Now we have the Revs and Runaway and the
Yes.
BMW Auto Fest.
Wow.
Then in what's this thing called?
Kano.
No, not Kano. In
Ondo.
Ondo State, we have the Walk and Play event.
Walk and play, alright.
Yeah. The Kano, actually, it was Drift League that made us to go to Kano
Okay.
to do our competition. We wanted to take drifting to the north, so
Alright.
people would actually see it, the legal drifting, not some little kids taking their Toyota and raising handbrake and
Ooh,
hitting people or
that's
not.
bad.
Yeah, so we took it to Kano. Mina, it was actually my first event, because Mina people have been on my IG, we want you to come to Mina, so it was not a competition.
Yeah,
it
more
was
like
more of
a
like
meet and
an
greet
exhibition. It was
Yeah.
more like a show to my fans
Yeah.
that I had to drive to Mina.
Alright. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and we're planning to go to Kaduna.
That's cool. So it's
this
more
year.
like a third thing.
Yeah, it's more like
The
a
rest of
short
you guys
thing.
take it to the
But
south
the main
as well.
event, you have the car park drift, the drift league, we have the Fanfaro Auto Fest, we have the Revs and Runaway, BMW Auto Fest, Walk and Play.
That's nice. That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's
nice.
the main top
The
event.
fact that these competitions are coming up is making it more interesting.
Yeah, and we have
understand?
one new event in Port Harcourt. I
Okay,
think
so
Hot
that's
Wheels
the
something.
first one
yeah.
in the south then.
Yeah, Port
Alright.
Harcourt. We have one in Port Harcourt also.
So that's my state, Sha. So thank
Yeah.
you for coming to my state.
We have not.
You're welcome.
I will go to your state maybe this year. This year.
So
Yeah.
I really want to do the welcoming for you.
Yeah.
So Jaybash, thank you very much for your time. And
You're welcome. But there's one more thing. I think I need to take him for a spin in the car. You have not entered the car, so
okay,
get
that's
your
where
cameras ready
that's
and
where
see how he is going to scream.
that's
inside
where
the car.
the phobia is. I think I need to overcome this phobia now, because I've always been thinking, okay, how can I stay inside a car that is running like
You
this?
are going to stay now, so
Okay, I'm going to stay.
we are
but
going
now,
in now, but I'm
cover
not using the
myself,
helmet.
everybody.
So I want
What?
to see his face.
All
when
right.
he's screaming. He's going to scream like a lady.
I think, all right, you guys
Watch
will
out
see
for
me.
this
I'm
video.
not scared. I'm strong.
He's just
No shout. So guys, thank you for watching this video until the end, and if you have not subscribed yet to this channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button, and also share this video to your friends and family, and also hit this Instagram link I have on the description. That's Jaybash Instagram link. Follow him on Instagram and see more content that he's dropping on the drifting thing, and also more wins and competitions that he goes for. Thank you once again, and I'll see you on my next video. Do well to watch other of my videos, and I'll see you. I'm nobody else but Kekeboro, your guy.